Hey everybody, Pittsburgh DJ Marty. I was going to go to the memorial tonight, and then I figured it just wouldn't be of any use. First of all, I wouldn't get anything out of it. Second of all, I don't want to put myself in a situation where it could become kind of ugly. So I'm just going to stay at home and make a memorial video of things that I want to have memories of today, in memory of my life as a Jehovah's Witness. First of all, in memory of my mom and dad, two of the strongest people I've ever known and ever will know. My mom was sick for 11 years. My dad stood by her side. He worked like crazy to take care of her and us. And they did the Jehovah's Witness things, the meetings, the field service, the whole 9 yards. And what little time he had left, he tried to spend with me and my sister. So I want to remember them today. I mentioned my sister in memory of my sister. She was 14 months younger than me. We were really close. And when I got disfellowshipped, she wouldn't talk to me anymore. And I understand that. I get it. She's following the rules. But the thing that really hurts is that there was so much I did for my sister because I loved my sister, and stuff that my dad couldn't do, like buy her wedding dress for her, and all of a sudden she just cut me off, and that's fine. In memory of my JW friends, you never were my friends, you were my acquaintances, and when it got inconvenient for you to be around me, I was a memory. So, to you guys, this plays right off of that. In memory of Rick. Rick was like my closest friend that I had as a Jehovah's Witness. When everything went down, he disappeared. And then, maybe 6 months ago, I get a Facebook message from him asking how I was doing, how my life was. You know, I guess he heard from my sister I had a daughter. And then he goes, how are you spiritually? And I said, look, it would take hours for me to tell you how I am spiritually, but I'm more than willing to sit down and discuss it with you. Next message back was, oh, I can't do that. You would have to get in touch with the elders from your old congregation first. So, you know, nice try, Rick. It was just an attempt to try to get me to come back to meetings, and that's never going to happen. In memory of all my lost time, the hours spent in field service, studying, going to meetings, working at assemblies, doing quick build kingdom halls, doing building assembly halls, everything else that's related to that, added up. How many hours did I spend on something that was just a lie? In memory of all those who were there when my dad passed away, both at the hospital and at his memorial service, I heard only two things when it happened. I'm sorry you lost your dad. He was a good man. That's perfectly logical. And then, you know you have to get back in the truth so you can see your mom and dad again. Way to show Christian sympathy. If you wanted to do that, you should have pulled me aside and said, give me your number, I want to talk to you about something. I'd have never told the elders. You know I wouldn't have. But, you know, if you want to use that sort of forum to try to make things better, it doesn't work. It just offends people. In memory of all the things I passed on, you know, things that I could have done. Vacations, furthering my education, job opportunities, all things that because I was a Jehovah's Witness, I couldn't do. In memory of my cousins that I'm now mending the fences with. It's not so much in memory of them, but in memory of the lost time that I had from being with them, because they weren't Jehovah's Witnesses. I now see how great they are, how much I love them. My cousin Chris and Glenn and my whole family, I love them all, and I want to apologize for that. This one is a little more personal. In memory of my Aunt Mary. My Aunt Mary was different. She was not your stereotypical Jehovah's Witness. And there were times in her life when she actually had to dumpster dive to eat. You know, she would go to secondhand stores and steal bags of clothes so she could have clothes for the meeting. You know, the clothes that people would leave outside, she'd go through them and find outfits. But nobody ever helped her. Nobody ever helped her. But when somebody needed a ride to the meeting, call Mary, she'll do it. So in memory of my Aunt Mary, I'm sorry you got used. In memory of my lost childhood, my family came into the truth. I don't know the exact age. It was between 7 and 8. So I had already built up a history of Easters, Christmases, New Year's Eve parties with my family, summer parties, 4th of July parties, picnics, the whole 9 yards. And then it stopped. Right there. It just stopped. I knew my family, how my family was. And I knew that it could have been good. But I didn't get to make those memories with my family. In memory of my lost trust, I'm sure there's some of you out there who can't trust anybody either. I have an innate ability to sense BS now. And I have a real hard time trusting people. You know, I'm a real put up or shut up guy. Prove it or lose it. You know, and that's it. That's it. So, you know, that's fine in the business world. That's especially good in the business world. But in personal relationships, it tends to mess them up. In memory of all the memories I never had the chance to make, that goes hand in hand with the opportunities that I passed on. I'm sure there's a lot of us who sit and go, I wonder what if my parents never would have talked to this person? What if they never would have believed? Where would I have gone? What memories would I have now? And that's what that's about. Most importantly, though, actually, it's in memory of the 3 elders who gave me back my freedom. You knew I didn't want to be a Jehovah's Witness anymore. You knew I was living a different life. You knew that. But instead of just letting it go and just ignoring it and saying, okay, he's done, you had to disfellowship me. And that's fine. I don't hold any animosity towards you. You did what you had to do. The sad part is there is no good way out of the Jehovah's Witnesses. If I would have disassociated myself, the same thing would have happened. So I just lived my life and made you do your homework. So thank you. My life is great now. My life is amazing. I'm surrounded by amazing people. I love all of you guys on YouTube. You make my world a better place to be, and I thank you for being a part of it. So, in memory of our Jehovah's Witness pasts, peace.